everyone, my name is Lily. I am 24 years old and this is Falcon Budgets. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do. I normally just do cash stuffings and stuff like that. But today I wanted to go ahead and share what my plans are, what my goals are for the year of 2026. So let's jump right into the video. Alright, hey everyone, very happy to have you here. So, like I said earlier, today is my goal planning video. I've been so excited to film this. I've kind of been putting it off just because I haven't been feeling very well, so I'm really sorry if I have some weird cuts and stuff, if I have to like sneeze or cough or whatever, and for my overall voice today. But we're gonna go ahead and do it because I don't want to procrastinate anymore. So, I wrote down all my goals and stuff here. So the first one is to save up $1,000 in my emergency fund. A giant portion of that is going to be coming from my husband's Christmas bonus that we already got. We have to do some stuff for his truck before I can really know how much is left and budget with that amount. And then the second goal is to get a month ahead. Ideally, I want more than one, but realistically, 1 month ahead would make me very happy. The next one is to have about a $250 buffer in our joint account and maintain it. So that way, when unexpected bills hit, things like that happen, or if we just are somewhere and they aren't taking cash for whatever reason, we have something to use. I want to cash stuff every single week, no failing, no skipping it or anything, which until I get a month ahead might be a little wonky with, you know, a $50 cash stuffing here or $1,000 here. It just depends on what bills I have due and how close they are to being due. So my goal is to cash stuff at least something every week. And then the last goal, and quite possibly the biggest one, is to pay off as much debt as I am able to. I'm not gonna set a monetary goal on that because I work on commission, so my income changes from month to month, and I never really know how much I'm gonna make. So I don't want to set a goal that might be achievable, but might really just screw me over. So overall, I'm gonna be following these rules. So stuffing every week, which I already talked about. I'm gonna have budget resets every quarter, and cash condensing on those times too if I need them. But essentially the goal behind this is to look at my budget and really go over each item, see if I can get it cheaper, see if I'm doing okay, see where I'm at in my goals, and see if I need to shift my priorities. So I want to do check-ins. It might be more than that, like more often. I'm still going to do weekly based budgeting and monthly based stuff, but overall, like, redoing this part of it is every 3 months for me right now. I want to budget for even the small stuff that we are like, oh, that's only $10, we don't need to stuff for that. I want to do that because those things can add up so fast. So I want to add that in here, and then I'm going to focus on one big idea at a time, or big thing at a time. So for my emergency fund, this will be at the very start used for vehicle and house maintenance. I will be trying to stuff those envelopes, but if I don't have enough in there, since I'm just starting out to be able to get money into those, if I need to use it for that, I will. If I need to use it for doctor's visits or something, I'll use it for that. Pretty much anything that we don't have money for that I haven't yet gotten to account for. And I'm gonna track it if I do have to use it, so that I know, hey, maybe I should put more money in medical because we had a couple doctor's appointments, or whatever the case may be. This will be put in our high yield savings account that I have with my husband, and that will be at in Discover. Next up is a month ahead. So when I say a month ahead, this is what all it includes. These are all of our fixed bills minus credit card payments. And then these are all the stuff that I want to be able to spend on throughout the month. So our allowances, food, other household stuff, medical, because I go to the doctor quite frequently, and then a buffer in case any one of these categories goes up or fluctuates. Now, these are the ones that I'm really hyper focusing on, which is why I use the word hyper focus here. There. So my hyper focus points, I have ADHD, so I use that term instead of focal points. I will be doing one at a time. So I did this one already a bit. I haven't really looked at internet that much. It's only 50, so I'm not too concerned about that one. But lowering my expenses. So some of the steps that I'm taking right now to lower my expenses for 2026 is to lower my phone bill, taking the insurance off of our phones, stuff like that. The other things I've done is I did actually look at the health insurance one. It did go up from last year, but if you know, you know. I hope you don't know. But our insurance was going to go up to like $1,000, so I switched plans and got it back down to around the $500 mark. So that one, very stressful, very annoying, didn't want to do it. Next up is the emergency fund. I'm gonna start putting a lot more money into that one and kind of building that one up. Like I said before, a giant chunk of that $1,000 is gonna come from my husband's Christmas bonus. So that one is gonna be the first one to get completed. And that goal is $1,000, and then higher than that if I can. So I wanna get that $1,000 as soon as possible so I can start on my debt payoff after that. My month ahead will be my next biggest one. Will be ideally 1 to 3 months as soon as possible. I don't have like an exact end date because life happens, and I want to be able to just know what I'm working towards and then figure out based on each week how much I can put into it, because we have a lot of variables in our life and we have a kid. So if my son needs something, that's going to be my priority. So doing the month ahead. For my debt payoff one, this is very much on my mind all the time. So my debt payoff, I want to start that this year. I'm using my husband's Christmas bonus to pay off some stuff after we fix his truck and leaving some of that money for the emergency fund. The priority of debts after this will be my Chase card, Bass Pro, Discover, Apple, my husband's student loans, and then our side-by-side. After all of those get paid off, probably in the next couple years, we're gonna focus all the money we get that is extra towards our second mortgage. We took that out last year to do a new roof on our house. We needed it, and we did not have 20 grand sitting around, obviously, so we did end up taking that out. We don't regret it, but we do want to handle it. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch gears to the next one, which is, I don't have my binders with me to show you them, but going through each category in my setup to go over like what the goal is and why it is that. So give me 1 second while I switch it over. Last but not least, and I know this is very small, is my goal sheet. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a hair, or quite a bit actually. Okay, so these are in somewhat of an order of like which binders they're in. So I'm gonna start here. Hunting is in my husband's binder, all the way through to the boots. This is all my husband's binder. Let me grab a pen. I grabbed some highlighters instead. So hunting is $100 for my goal. So this is all one binder. Plowing is $50, and that's just to cover like some salt for a week or two. Projects is $100. This is a starter amount. Clothes and boots is $75 and $150, just because we don't buy him very many clothes, and the boots aren't that bad, so they're usually around that much. Next up is my personal binder. So starting way up here, hair is $250. That's usually what it costs. $100 for clothes, $40 for nails. Cash that up. I want to remain to have like $100 in there. That might go up if I need to order something or if I want something. But right now, I just got, if you saw the other video, an aesthetic dollar haul. So I don't need anything specifically yet. I do want to get some of her envelopes, but that can wait. I want to get some money in there. Business, I want to do 500. This goal overall is going to be a lot higher by the time I'm ready to open that. But this is TBD on the exact goal. Technology is 1,000 because I have a huge desire to get an iPad mini as well as a very nice color printer. So I really want to design some savings challenges and use color in my products that I make. So that's some of the stuff, and it's roughly that much. Then I want to have a little bit of an emergency fund for my personal spending, so like my allowance. So that would be gas spending, eating out, and those three are 35, 25, and 50, which is give or take what I put in there every week. It would cover me for a week or so. Investing, I want to do $50 at a time. And then lottery is $20. I don't think I've said this yet, but my dad passed last year, and one of the things that he and I used to do get together was scratch off tickets, the crossword ones specifically, and I loved doing them. So I want to continue that on. He passed away the day after Christmas last year, like in 2024. So I want to continue that on and eventually do that. Now, with this being said, the way that I'm doing this is quite different than what I've seen. So the way I'm doing it is I would give myself like $10 a week out of my own allowance to go get lottery tickets. However, I might not do it some weeks if I don't want to. And any money I win, I will do, I've seen it on a few other channels, but a roll the dice kind of thing where I roll a dice, or I'm going to use Google and a number generator thing and pick a certain number of envelopes like medical, weekends, buffer, whatever other envelope in my savings and sinking fund. So anything out of these two rows, and the money will be split up in there. It's not just going to go for me. Anything I win, I should say. Next up is medical. I want to start off with about $750. Spending about $100. These are all common ones between myself and my husband. These ones are not. These are my husband's and then mine. Next up is family fun. I want to have about 75. Oh, I skipped weekends. It's 300. So this would be like day trips, like going to the zoo, going to the fair, anything like that. This would be like going to get ice cream, something like that. New truck. I want to do 1,000 this year. That's my goal for this year. House maintenance, same thing, kind of. I won't be upset if I don't hit that yet. Same with car maintenance. I want to have a good amount in there. And these would cover most of the things that could go wrong, or that will go wrong in the next year. Buffer, I have at $250, because that's what I want in my account. Like I said earlier, emergency, starting off at 1,000. Then I want in there $2,700, and this is per month. So for each month ahead that I want to get, it is about $2,700, give or take. For 6 months of insurance, it is $1,800. So I want to do that because it does give a discount. Vacations, this would be like to go to Disney or any bigger like week-long vacations. I want to put away $2,000 in there. New house, $1,500. This is by the year. And then my son's future, I want to do 1,000 by the end of the year. Clothes, diapers, and activities for him are all 50. Toys is 25. We don't buy him toys very often. He has a lot. Seasonal, and this all the way down here. Here would be, those envelopes would be in my son's, and I'm probably gonna add dog. That looks a lot more like me. There we go. And I want to do, I think it was like 65 for him, for my dog, for his like food, treats, whatever. And that will be all in one. Seasonal and hosting is 75. Holiday gifts is 100. Birthday party is 250. Same with birthday gifts. 500 for Christmas. 15 for New Year's. We don't spend a whole lot of money for New Year's, so honestly, I might not even do that. Definitely won't this year because that's in like 2 days. Easter and Mother's Day is 50, and Father's Day is 25. The discrepancy here: my dad is dead, and we don't do very much beyond that, so we don't need a whole lot in there. But for for Mother's Day, we have me, my husband's mom, and my mom all to do. So this is a starting amount. It might go up. 4th of July is 50. We usually split that with people. Valentine's Day, I'm thinking nice dinner out, about $50. Halloween, 75, because we do get trick-or-treaters, but we don't go overboard. And Thanksgiving would only get about 25 to do something small, like cupcakes, cookies, anything I would bring to a gathering kind of thing. So with that being said, I'm gonna zoom out for you. Those are all of the numeric ones that I thought about. I'm going to reprint this and kind of split it up. So do like my husband's binder, my binder, blah, blah, blah. And put these in the binders and maybe even like cut them out and put these in each envelope. I haven't really figured that out yet. So we'll see what I end up doing there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you liked this video, please drop a like down below. Drop a pink heart in the comments and subscribe to my channel to see how all of this planning will be taking effect. Again, I really appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.